I was 12 years old during Super Bowl 34. And if you watch this game, you remember this. Kevin Dyson coming up 1 yard short of tying the game, and the Titans lose to the greatest show on turf, the St. Louis Rams, in Super Bowl 34. This was in 2000. And now, 22 years later in 2022, the Titans haven't even been back to a Super Bowl. Sure, the Titans have had some good teams over the past few years. They've won a few AFC South divisions. They've been to the playoffs, but that was not good enough for owner Amy Adams Strunk and GM John Robinson. They decided to part ways with Mike Vrabel and bring in a new sheriff in town, Coach MacDub. And Coach MacDub has already promised fireworks inside of Nissan Stadium, both literally and figuratively, and he has decided to call upon rookie quarterback Malik Willis. He has already named him the day one starter, while veteran quarterback Ryan Tannehill is officially on the trading block. One of the main things that we want to point out about this league is it's not only all pro with adjusted sliders thanks to Mat 10 simulation style, but superstar abilities will be off for this franchise. And the actual gameplay sliders look like this. Again, I am using Mat 10's tested sliders with a few adjustments. The one thing I did adjust is tackling. I actually, for user, have that bumped up to 52. I think tackling in this game is broke. I'm tired of seeing that dumbass animation where you have to spam X to try and either break a tackle or get a tackle. So we have that bumped up. On the CPU side, everything is bumped up that Matt suggests. And there we go. Now, as we take a closer look at this roster, obviously, we're going to start with King Henry. Derrick Henry is arguably the best running back in the National Football League. We're going to rely heavily on him on offense, especially with Malik Willis being a rookie quarterback. We did bring in Robert Woods in the offseason. We love him as a veteran presence to make plays and to help mentor our young receiving core, especially our first round pick Burks. We let AJ Brown go in that trade with the Eagles. We drafted Burks. We feel like we just plug and play with Burks. Offensive line, Barrett Jones and Tyler Luan are solid pieces of the offensive line. But outside of that, the left guard, the right guard, and the right tackle position are areas of weakness. We know that. The tight end is okay. We like Austin Hooper. We think he is sure-handed. Maybe a security blanket for Malik Willis. But that offensive line does need some work. When we go over to the defensive side, we do have some playmakers, but we definitely have holes on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, Jeffrey Simmons is a stud, and we are going to rely heavily on him up front. We do have Harold Landry. He's not hurt. This is the metaverse, bitches. He's out there, but he's really our only solid linebacker coming off the edge. We do like him. And then in the defensive backfield, we do have who we feel is the best free safety in all of football, Kevin Byard. We have some young corners, Caleb Farley, Fulton, but the secondary could use some upgrading. And outside of Landry and Simmons, the front seven on defense really could use an upgrade. After all 32 teams made their cuts, getting ready for week one, we decided to scour the free agency market and see who is available. And even though Jason Peters is 40 years old, we did think that we could bring him in, move him to right tackle, and help bolster that offensive line. So we go ahead and sign him for $7.25 million. A little rich if you ask me, but we feel like we need help on the offensive line. We did suffer a minor thumb injury to Caleb Farley. He's going to miss the first 4 weeks. We felt like cornerback was a little bit of weak spot anyway, so we're going to go ahead and sign veteran cornerback Desmond Trufant. We're going to sign him for $2.5 million. Now it is time for week one. We're going to set our season goal. And while we're not quite sure that we have a Super Bowl contending roster, especially with the rookie quarterback and all the holes that we have on defense, we do like our chances to win the division. So we're going to go ahead and make the goal of making the playoffs. We're going to commit and lock that in We do believe that the AFC South, while not as bad as it was last year, still is a winnable division. We have week 1, the New York Giants coming to Nissan Stadium. Let me know what you guys think we should do on offense. Obviously, running with Derrick Henry is something we should do early and often. However, we do have Malik Willis. He can run. He can throw. I want to add some RPOs. I want to add some design quarterback runs, some read options. So what do you think is the best playbook to start for the Tennessee Titans this year? We're going to go ahead and do a dominating offense. I feel like that's better. We have a better chance at that than we do defense. And obviously, that is going to be led by Derrick Henry and hopefully Malik Willis on the ground. If you guys did like this and are excited to see where we go with this series, please hit that like and subscribe button. Join the Discord. The link is in the description. And we will be back with week 1 when we return.